Opinion here, and as most of you know, Grand Theft Auto coming soon. Actually, it's supposed to be coming real soon. I think this week or maybe next week we're supposed to be getting a lot more information, so I probably should wait until then to make that video. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make it now and look like a fool when they post the video tomorrow of it being completely remastered. But here's the thing, I don't think this Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, is not going to be a full remaster as I want it to be. So, a lot of things bring this up, and this looks cool and all. The graphics, this is a good representation of what it's probably going to be. You see, these are the same pictures we grew up with, but the colors are a little more sharper, the lines are a little more sharper, but it's the exact same thing. And here's why I think this. So if you look down here, this is something that really throws me off. Okay? So it says it will feature cross-the-board upgrades, including graphical improvements and modern gameplay enhancements for all three titles, while still maintaining the classic look and feel of the originals. While still maintaining the classic look is extremely outdated. Extremely outdated. They couldn't even bend their fingers properly in that look. And maybe they just mean the color patterns. Maybe they just mean, like, I would be cool with keeping the color patterns, but I'm a bit nervous it's going to be worse than that because of this. Grand Theft Auto, the Definitive Edition, will be coming to iOS and Android in the first half of 2022. That right there just screams that it's not going to be of good quality, because they can't put Grand Theft Auto 5 on iOS or Switch, because it's also coming for Switch. So what makes me think this is going to be anything as good as this game, Grand Theft Auto 5? And honestly, this is what I'm going to need it to look like. Like, they say that and then have a picture of Grand Theft Auto 5 right below. Well, I'm going to need this to look like Grand Theft Auto 5. That's the whole point. Like, you don't need to remaster it if you're just going to do little touch-ups. Now, if they put it out and it's just a couple little touch-ups here and there and fixed a couple little the stupid annoying things and made the controllers work better, and we won't even really notice that. Because our memories always make the past a little bit better, especially with movies and games. When you go back to a game, it will be probably worse than you'll imagine. You probably won't even play it that long because in your memory, that was such a great moment and a great time, and you remember so much better. And nowadays, you have all these amazing graphics in your head, so you kind of make a definitive edition in your head, and then you actually go back and play it, you're like, ooh, that's rough to today's standards. And that's how I feel about the old Grand Theft Auto games. It's like going back to the old Hitman games after playing Hitman 3. It's borderline impossible, and I've tried multiple times. So, if they're going to put it on Switch and iOS, then it's going to be nothing like Grand Theft Auto 5. It's definitely just going to be a little bit enhanced ports. And I'm terrified of that. I don't want that. I wanted them to put out fully remasters. Let's go to another article. GTA Trilogy could cost $70. Now, if they put GTA 3, San Andreas, and Vice City all out, they're completely remastered from the ground up. What I mean is, like, they're the same game, same story, same missions, same stuff you can do, but they make the draw distance all the way. They make it look as pretty as Grand Theft Auto 5 did, at least on Xbox 360. I'm not saying maxed out PC settings now, but at least as good as it did when it first came out on Xbox 360. They add ray tracing and some pretty lights, fix the controls, and I guess they'd have to redo all the cutscenes and redo, like, the fighting mechanics. Now, if they did all that, $70, 100%. All day, I'd buy it for $70, 100%. But then Switch isn't going to be able to run that, and neither is phone. Now, I like how you come down here, and this dude mentions, hey, the Crash Insane Trilogy remaster was 40 at launch. And it was completely remastered, not just barely improvements for 70. And I also do get that the Crash was a linear experience. You beat within a few hours, not an open world that you could easily eat up time with. But they make a valid point. They completely remade Crash. They did an amazing job. And me and my kid actually beat a couple of the Insane Trilogy. We beat a couple of the, I think we beat Crash 2 and good part of Crash 3. I love this, by the way, right here. And I just want to say that, like, if Rockstar does not do that correctly, everyone's saying that. They better have Grand Theft Auto 5 graphics for me to buy these old ass games for 70. Everyone is saying that. Like, so if Rockstar does not come out with this and just fully nail it out the park, and this is like the best thing we've ever seen, this is gonna suck. And I really feel like kids are gonna eat it up because kids weren't there when these released. And I gotta stress, I was there. I was in middle school when Grand Theft Auto 2 came out. I remember getting Grand Theft Auto 2 and loving it so much. But when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out and the trilogy and the series, when they finally moved from 2D to 3D, changed my life. And I would love to go back and experience those games in high definition and better improvements and all that stuff. And I'm sure we will. I just want to be blown away by it because my expectations have been set so high from my childhood and been wanting this for so long and been hearing rumors about it for so long that there's no way in hell that they're not going to let me down. It's going to be almost impossible for them to put out what I'm looking for. Well, let me know, guys. Let me know, guys, what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys think it's going to live up to the hype I'm expecting? Do you guys think it's going to go somewhere in the middle? Or do you guys think it's going to be terrible, terrible ports that can be moved over to the phone? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for alerts, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.